Tillerson called Trump a moron. Rex Tillerson has long been in conflict with Donald Trump. Rex Tillerson, the former head of the ExxonMobil oil company, was perhaps one of the most qualified and well-known members of the U.S. president's team. Like many people from Trump's entourage, Tillerson had no experience of public service, but it did not bother him. Having headed the State Department, Tillerson faced a shortage of staff, as many of the old employees of the department did not want to work in the Trump administration. As a diplomat, he held moderate positions and often contradicted the president's statements. For example, when in the summer of 2017 Trump invented new nicknames for the leader of the DPRK on Kim Jong-un on Twitter, Tillerson told about contacts with North Korean diplomats and softened the tone of the discussion. The author of the book about ExxonMobil Steve Call told Bloomberg in an interview that at the head of the oil company Tillerson was extremely effective and managed to build a private empire where every employee was in his place. He could not do this with the State Department, surrounded by advisors without the experience of the diplomatic service. He could not find a way to quickly appoint effective people to the right posts. But this was not Tillerson's only problem. He is one of the few people in the administration of the White House. He is not really familiar with the president. Trump did not listen much to his opinion. They had different views on many issues. The president considered the deal on Iran's nuclear program, concluded by the administration of Barack Obama, a total failure, and Tillerson supported it. Tillerson did not like many other views and actions of the president. For example, Trump did not condemn the neo-Nazis who marched in Charlottesville, and Tillerson publicly criticized him. Trump also made a political speech before members of the Boy Scouts of America, an organization that traditionally keeps away from politics. In the summer of 2017, after one of the Pentagon meetings, Tillerson even called Trump a fucking moron, according to CNN sources and other publications. The reason was Trump's statement about the need to build up nuclear weapons. Then Tillerson supposedly wanted to quit, but decided to wait. Retired from autumn. Tillerson did not intend to leave. If in the summer of 2017 Tillerson wanted to retire himself, then, according to reports of the New York Times, since November last year the Trump administration was already preparing to dismiss him. It was about resignation for several weeks, and the new Secretary of State was called CIA Director Mike Pompeo. According to the Washington Post, Trump finally decided to get rid of Tillerson on March 9. At the same time, he did not speak with the Secretary of State himself and did not name reasons for his resignation. Steve Goldstein, one of Tillerson's deputies, says. He also claims that Tillerson did not want to resign and planned to continue his work. Already after the announcement of his dismissal, Trump admitted that they had disagreements, especially over Iran and North Korea. The president noted that he agreed to meet with the leader of the DPRK Kim Jong-un without consulting with Tillerson. The day before his resignation, Tillerson promised to punish Russia. The U.S. Secretary of State said on March 12 that according to him, it is Russia that is behind the poisoning of former GRU officer Sergei Skripal in the English Salisbury, and promised to take action in connection with Russian interference in the affairs of one of the most important world partners of the United States. This statement was one of the most harsh statements by American high-ranking officials about Russia, but it could hardly be the reason for the resignation or somehow affect the decision of Trump. Even after Tillerson's resignation, the U.S. president himself stated that Britain considers Russia responsible for the poisoning of Skripal by a nerve agent, and will take it as a fact during the upcoming conversation with Theresa May. Whether any new U.S. sanctions will be taken against Russia in connection with spy poisoning is not reported. Tillerson will be replaced by the director of the CIA. Mike Pompeo was named successor to Tillerson in the summer of 2017. The director of the CIA, according to Trump, thinks like the president and is in solidarity with him on many issues, including the Iranian nuclear program. Pompeo, a man of extremely conservative views, a supporter of the radical Republican movement. He began his political career quite recently, in 2010, when he was elected to the House of Representatives from Kansas. Since then, he has won 4 times in the congressional elections and has become a prominent representative of the wing of the ultra-conservatives. Pompeo supports the massive system of surveillance for correspondence, which was introduced by the National Security Agency and about which the former NSW employee Edward Snowden told the world. He is in favor of overthrowing the regime in North Korea and believes that Kim Jong-un does not need to negotiate. He supports advanced interrogation techniques in the CIA, that is, torture that has spread to the secret prisons of the American intelligence service around the world. Gina Haspel, his deputy and candidate for the new director of the CIA, ran one of these prisons in Thailand in the early 2000s. In early 2017, the international human rights organization Human Rights Watch opposed the appointment of Pompeo as director of the CIA.